good people. Can I tell you, that was not a game. That was a beatdown. A complete and utter beatdown. That game was illegal on many fronts. Was that bad or was that bad? That game had no business being the way it was. Oh, no, sir. No, sir. Bob. Yeah, I saw that too. I started to go live the moment he did that. Yeah, Dre was bad. It wasn't his fault. This was built up frustration being exhibited. That was being exhibited throughout the entire game. I mean, this entire week, rather. And they finally got a chance to let it all out. This frustration was pent up, and they were ready to go. I mean, ready to go. And because they were ready to go, Draymond and crew, they never stood a chance. They didn't know what hit them. They were beat down so badly. It was so easy the way they got beat down. That was the problem. If I'd have thought in a million years I would see Dre or anybody like that get beat down in my lifetime like that, oh, it was bad. Bad. So they got beat down. Oh, well, it was obvious because the beatdown was inevitable due to the fact of what they were coming from. Damn. What they were coming from, what they were going against, the whole nine. You know, so it was crazy. I watched Warrington get knocked out. What do you mean I'm a top-ranked fan? I'm a boxing fan. If there's a good fight, I'm going to talk about it. A top-ranked fan. Boy. Yep, I'm out here kicking it. So it came down to personnel. That from the onset of this game, the way they guarded Steph Curry and the way they worked Steph Curry was the way every team should do it. Defensively, the Warriors could not match Brooklyn Nets. Obviously they got firepower, but it was what Brooklyn was doing to them. They attacked Golden State and really beat them on the inside. That opened up the outside. The Warriors were trying to go shot for shot with them. Sorry about that, guys. Now, the situation became different. And the reason that it became different was that you had Kevin Durant, who put on one of the most tremendous shooting performances and all-around balanced game. He wasn't just settling for shooting three-point shots. James Harden controlled offensive flow by concentrating on distributing. When they score 20 points apiece, they're more dangerous than one guy scoring 30 and another guy scoring 30. The Warriors were trying to execute, but what Brooklyn was doing was wearing them down. Mentally, it was wearing them down. They could not sustain. It was heavy, because every time you score, they score. Golden State hit a three, they'll come back and hit a three. They're like, man, everybody is scoring. We can't stop anybody. And their interior defense was non-existent for Golden State. And Draymond was getting worn out because he's going up against Kevin Durant. Then he's on James Harden. It was rough. It was a rough assignment for Draymond. So Draymond pulled, you know what? I'm going to fake this leg injury so I can get some rest. Because I'm getting wore out here. And Kevin Durant ain't finna humiliate me. That's what that move was. That move was, Kevin Durant is not finna humiliate me. Alrighty. Gotta make sure my balances is good. See, when you get money deposited, you want to see that money show up right there. Deposit. What do I think about the Knicks? The Knicks is an okay team. They seem to have a direction for the first time in I don't know how long. They seem to have a sense of direction of what they want to do and where they want to go. Now, if you ask, these mother suckers. How the bank is not going to be able to have enough funds? Are you crazy? Is Steph getting traded? Steph Curry is never getting traded. But they played Steph Curry the way you're supposed to play Steph Curry. What's up, Lansky? I was more happy and proud of the way the defensive effort of playing Steph Curry is they made Steph Curry work. They made him work on offense. They made him work on defense. When you play like that, Steph Curry is going to be tired by the third quarter. And this time it was the second quarter. He was burnt out. Brooklyn have big physical guards. There was no rest for Steph Curry. On switches, he had to guard Kevin Durant. After he scored, they're already running down. He got to run back and guard Kevin Durant. That was the guy with the ball. He got to stop the ball. Nobody was there to stop the ball. Steph had to go and defend it. He did a good job, but it was going to wear him down. He's your main shooter. So when your main shooter has got to make a decision on if he's going to guard and shut down somebody, there it is. You know, your main shooter's out of commission. The game was over before Draymond got hurt. Draymond was tired. He was wore out. He knew where this game was going. He knew this was going to get embarrassing. Players know when they finna lose control of the game and they have no control of it. The style, the gameplay, they couldn't stop James Harden. They couldn't do anything. If you tried to guard the pass or give him too much space, he was pulling up. There's nothing they could do. Golden State was holding off the run. This was pinned up frustration. All of this was pent up frustration. Well, to me, I like the way Joe Green played today. I mean, Jeff Green, JG. He kept slashing towards the basket. All his plays were coming towards the basket. If you mean StreamYard tonight, no. I mean, the Knicks to me are a team that's on the rise. Like, they're growing. They're going to that plateau to where everybody's like, hey, you know what? All right, Knicks. Absolutely. Oh, I'm sorry about that. What you said, another 25 years? Nah, the Knicks will be in play. It's just that they're going to be going up against teams like Brooklyn. And when you're going up against the Nets, it's just a tough pill to swallow. Well, the Knicks' problem is they don't have a superstar. They have a decent team, but no superstar. You need somebody that's a superstar on that team that can get the job done. You need somebody to stand out and be that superstar player on your team that separates you from the rest of the other guys, that can get respect on the whistle. Name me an NBA team that didn't have a superstar on it that was able to win a championship. There was none. So Chauncey Billups wasn't a superstar. Okay. If you want to say so. Ben Wallace wasn't a superstar. Okay. All right, Rasheed. All right. Larry Brown, no Hall of Fame coach. You know, he's just there. We had no personality whatsoever. We had nothing. We just wound up in the NBA Finals. Okay. I'll buy that for $1. Why are people so excited? LeBron scored 17 in a quarter. I've seen people score 30 in a quarter. 25 in a quarter. What do I care about LeBron scoring 17 points in a quarter? The game was they probably was up by 20. It's too early to say who's doing what. But the Jazz are playing the best basketball right now as a unit. That's all. But like we talked about it, we echoed on the fact we seen the Atlanta Hawks and Dallas Maverick game get more publicity and more promotion than the Utah Jazz. And the Jazz are #1 in the league. All right, I got to get out of here because I'm a little lost. So let me find out where I'm going. Well, where the matter of fact, let me hold on. I might keep you on. Hold on. Y'all can stay. But give me a minute. All right, I'm on the...
Continue on Florida 39 North for 4 miles.
All right, there we go. Oh, yeah, definitely hit the like button. It's been a while since I've been out here. Well, there's a lot of different, a lot of different things comes, to fruition when you're dealing with, let's say you like the girl, right? And because you like this girl, you can't really tell her exactly early on how you truly feel about everything, because one, you don't know how she might react. And just because you like a certain girl don't mean you're not gonna like other girls. And that's what's happening here. Sure, they're going to want Bradley Beal on the team, but Bradley Beal is not really what they need. That's not the Lakers' problem. They're lacking in scoring because Anthony Davis is out of shape. I mean, he's extremely out of shape. Have you seen somebody so badly out of shape that it doesn't even make sense?
In a quarter mile, turn right onto East Alexander Street. Take the next right onto East Alexander Street. Continue on East Alexander Street for 1 mile.
Whoa! Sorry about that.
Continue on Walden Woods Drive for half a mile.
All right.
Continue on East Alexander Street for half a mile.
That was crazy. I hit the gas, this thing took off.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Jim Johnson Road.
I was like watching the game and I was like, man, is this what it's supposed to feel like? This is how bad the Warriors are? They're young. And those
Turn left onto Jim Johnson Road.
Those guys mentally shut down. They had no direction after that. Once Draymond was mentally broken, the whole unit was destroyed.
Continue for 3
It's
miles.
like, well, damn. If Draymond is cracked like that easy, you know, what can happen? But the Lakers need another big man. If you want to talk about the Lakers, to go back to your point. Bro, if I'm test driving a Benz at almost 12 o'clock at night, I don't know who's doing the paperwork. Why is everybody talking? Who did the Knicks beat tonight? Who did the Knicks beat up tonight? That everybody is Knicks crazy tonight. Everybody's like, yo, the Knicks. I'm like, is there a championship playoff game tonight? What happened with the Knicks? I mean, are they really saying the Nets and then like the voice controls are getting messed up? They beat the Houston Rockets. I guess that is a big achievement for them. Man, we tapped right into New York. New York in the house. Well, Atlanta want to keep Trae Young, and they don't want him to leave. So they went out and got players so that Trae Young won't leave.
In a quarter mile, use the right lane to take the ramp to Orlando.
You gotta understand there's different situations for, these type of altercations.
In 300 feet, turn right onto North Park Road. Turn right onto North Park Road, then use the right lane to take the ramp to Orlando.
I mean, for the Knicks, yeah, you were gonna look better this year. You got a coach who won't allow you not to look better. You ain't gonna not look better with that coach. And I'm back. Oh, no ghosts. I didn't ghost y'all. I had to go put gas in the car. Take care of business. Florida style.
Use the right lane to take the ramp to Orlando.
I know where I'm going, lady.
In half a mile, merge onto I-4 East.
Wait. When the next StreamYard? Probably in about 24 hours. No, I had to turn the AC down. The AC was too high on me, you know? I don't like the AC being that high up on. Now, back to what we were saying. The Knicks was doing, they've been playing tremendous because they got a coach that won't let them lose. I mean, Toppin is going to be a starter soon. He just needs time to develop. They were pushing him like real hard early. All you got to do is let him. Derrick Rose already knows what you know, what coach wants, because back in Chicago, Thibodeau, that was his style of play. His style of play was attack, attack, attack. Watch Thibodeau coach. You see all the other coaches sitting on their butt doing nothing. Majority of them. Eric Spoelstra is another one that's up on his feet. Thibodeau is up in a preseason game. He was on his feet. He was running into the damn referees, yelling at his players. This preseason. So you know, if he on you like that on preseason, what he gonna be like when the season starts? So now, Derrick Rose is back on the Knicks, but in under the right situation. I think the Knicks could get the 7th seed, to be honest. The only thing they have to learn is consistency. And that's something that their bench can bring them with Derrick Rose. mean, LeBron could complain about the All-Star game all he wants. Don't have to play. If LeBron don't want the All-Star game to happen, guess what? Go sit down. Yes, Wiseman is still out. But Wiseman, I mean, he would have gave him some protection on the inside, but still, you know, it's they're a young team. They don't have a veteran big man. Somebody in there that can help them out. They're missing that presence. Well, of course it is. When am I coming home? This might be my new home. I might go there, move all my stuff out, and say, that's it. Got a YouTube video that's gonna blow y'all mind. It ain't gonna shock none of y'all. Because you hear this kind of stuff from me all the time. But the Patreon version will be different. I was wondering how I was going to get this video on regular YouTube. I'm like, man, I don't know if I can get this on regular YouTube. Thanks, Lansky. Bear is back in his Madden mode. Yeah. I think I was supposed to do a movie review for that, if I didn't already. I watched it and said, what the hell? And I'm like, this movie too crazy. No, Nipsey hit me up and brought up the idea of a podcast. I never brought up a podcast up to Nipsey Hussle. And those are the facts. I never brought up the idea of, hey, you know what we should do? You know, it'd be a great idea. We should go out. We should go out and get us a podcast show. That wasn't my idea to Nipsey. Nipsey was already entertaining this idea. He didn't do it because of me. That wasn't the case. Nipsey watched my videos. Like literally, just because you go on YouTube just like any other person. He went on YouTube and he watched my video and he liked it. The main video that he liked was the one when I was the record executive. When I played like I was the record executive and telling him about the record business and all this stuff about the record business, he loved that video and wanted to talk to me about he reached out to me. Like I said, I didn't go reaching out for Nipsey. I mean, he hit me up on Twitter like, yo, I'm trying to get in contact with you. Like, I'm like, oh, all right. We followed each other, then it was DMs from there. Oh, poor guy saying proof. I've already showed the proof. Many a times here, people already know, so we're past proof. But if you want, you can go on his Twitter account and see who he follows and see that he follows me. You know, if you want to know. Rest in peace to the great Nipsey. Nipsey wanted to start a podcast with him. He wanted to get my song on there. Myself and others. Whoever else he had, but I know that's who he told me. My song, me, him, and well, he would be there when he could be there. Like he wouldn't be there all the time, but he wanted to start a podcast up with us. He didn't want to make it a hip-hop podcast. He was like, let's just talk about what's really happening in the business and around the business and what's happening. Let's do it. Oh no, he didn't like, at that time, you know, he didn't like that guy. Definitely didn't like him. This was fresh off of the Everyday Struggle incident. So I know firsthand. Nipsey reached out to me and wanted to do a podcast show. On the strength of that. That really made him wanted to do it. Because he was real angry about that platform. He was on his tour. He was on his road tour. Because if you go back and look at the dates of our DMs and look at the date of that show on Everyday Struggle, me and him were conversating right before it. He was like, I'm on my East Coast album tour right now, my promotional run. Let me do my promotional run, then I'm gonna get back in contact with you. Cause one of my guys who rap wanted to reach out to Nipsey to see if he could help him out, get a deal, see if he liked his music, whatever. He said, when I get home, I'll sit down on it, I'll touch on it and see where we can go. Oh yeah, hit the like button, people. You got me putting in all this work. I know, I'm finna pull the fight up right now on my app. I'll let y'all later. Deuces.